to put a deposit on for Derby.
For Derby, yes.
Yeah, but like you said, it's not easy because, as you know, what his bed and breakfast is like. And
Now, Spencer, I don't know in them days, but how much...
But like I said, I haven't made up my mind yet which way
Oh.
I'm going to go at it yet.
Yes.
But if I do, I should then see the history of the railway from the Derby side.
Derby side,
and
yes.
it's worth going up because there's a lot more history that would recognises the other bit.
Yes.
And the only other one is called the Stockton and Darlington.
The Stockton
And he
Darlington.
used to have the big top hats. That was
Yes.
very popular.
Okay.
I don't know why they had a top hat. It goes back to the old top hat days.
Yes.
But no, and then they didn't have it sit inside. You all had to sit outside.
Yes.
So you can guess what the weather was like.
Oh, yes, right.
But like you said, things. But what fascinates me, you know,
Yes.
when you go a wheel and you got a very wide wheel.
Yes.
Well, you got a wheel on a bevel.
Yes. The wheel and the
like
level.
that.
Yes.
Say you got it flat like that.
Yes.
Well, on that, and you want to turn to the left or right.
Yes.
You got a rounded bottom slide,
Oh, okay.
and you got a flat bit in the middle.
Yes.
And what happens is, as you go round, look,
Yes.
as you go round,
Yes, I heard you. Yes.
the balance keeps you
The balance-
keeps you steady.
Yes.
But what they've now designed it, they can do it much faster
Yes.
and easier,
Yes.
and they, with things, and they've designed it now that the train could do over 100 and more. And
Ooh, 500 now, no?
And,
yes,
I
300.
think-
Crazy.
And I've been on a train that I did over 120, 130.
It's-
But you know what the problem is?
What's the problem?
No problem putting up the speed.
No.
Go as fast as you like.
Yes.
But there's special lines that go up and down. So
Oh.
when the train's going up, there's
Yes.
also the chance so he can keep it and down a bit.
Yes.
But also that when he brakes,
Yes.
it's the braking point. It's not the speeding up. Anybody can go up 120 and think nothing of it.
Yes.
It's the braking down, or what they do is like a car. You break down in 2 to 3 sections,
Yes. 2 or 3 sections.
and
yes.
what you do, when you can feel this pushing, and what you've done, your mind is so concentrated on what speeds.
Yes.
When they do stop or try to stop,
Yes.
your mind is about 2 or 3 seconds behind.
Oh.
And what happens is, you come fast, slower and slower, and when you started realising a couple of minutes later, stopping, and your
Yes.
mind is about 2 or 3 several degrees behind you.
Agree. So
In other words,
Yes.
you're waiting for a stop,
yes.
and you've already stopped.
Oh, okay.
And in other words, your
Yes.
mind is not. It's a few seconds behind it.
Oh, yes. Then they go. Oh,
And
I
what
know
it
what
is,
you
and
say.
as you
I know.
stop,
I know
as you
what
come
you.
to a
Yes, yes.
stop,
I feel it. Yes, I feel that.
As you come to a stop,
Yes.
you start stopping. Your mind is waiting
Yes.
in case it's going to go up
Yes.
again.
Yes,
And you're waiting to
what-
go up again.
yes,
And
oh.
what it is, your mind is a few seconds behind
Yes, well, they go-
what's happening.
Yes, well, yes, I know.
It's a very funny sensation, I'll tell you that now.
I remember when I was young, the train, when I go to Madrid, they go like this, and then they go, it's like you stop, no? And then they go, boom! Just try stop, like an emergency
And you
stop.
don't- and you don't.
Yes, I had that sensation when I was young. They go like this, and then they go, boom! And you go, brass! Boom! You fall into the floor.
No, what's happening, you see,
Yes.
you're going, say, through the chunk. You don't have to.
Yes.
You don't have to go right down to Spain or France. You can see that before.
Well, it's-
And what it is, you see the tunnel.
Yes.
As you leave London, there's a patron saint of the tunnel. I try
Oh.
to think of his name now, and
Yes.
I think it's a she more than a man.
Haven't got a clue.
Anyway, it's the angel of the tunnel. And
The
when
angel
you-
of the tunnel.
And when
Yes.
you're going like that,
Yes.
there's several lights. And
Yes.
what you do, you count the lights,
The lights of the tunnel.
the lights that come over,
Oh, yeah.
and
Yes.
then all of a sudden it tells you that it's telling you either, and then what happens is that picks up the speed,
Yes.
and gradually, and all of a sudden the speed, and then further along the tunnel you pick up and go slow.
Yes.
And also we did go into the international side of it,
Yes.
which is not public, that's slightly other side of Stratford.
Yes.
And what happened was,
Stratford,
and
yes.
there's only a short while,
Yes.
and I'm not joking, we got from London to Stratford. Now, in what speed? What time we think we got there? I've still got the book.
Now you told me
And we was
150.
in London, in Stratford in London,
Yes.
in less than 10 minutes.
What? Stratford to London? I don't know how much
And
is the
back to St
distance.
Pancras
Yes.
to Stratford,
Yes.
we was in Stratford in less than 10 minutes.
That's good.
That's fast.
Fast, yes. I
And
don't
what
know
it means is,
yes.
but anyway, after that, there's periods. I have to try and see if I can find some of my maps.
Yes.
And what it is, and then you get another period, and then you bypass another part,
Yes.
and then what happens is all that comes down, up and down,
Yes.
and then all of a sudden, you nice and quiet, and then all of a sudden, vroom,
Ooh,
it
fast.
goes fast, and then, like you said, and then there's a slow up speed where it's going or where it's doing.
Yes.
And your mind is about several seconds behind.
Oh, yes.
And a lot of people said, I'm not going on those things. Unless you've done it,
Well, that's the electric
you
cars.
won't.
Yes.
Your mind, you'll never do it.
No.
Because it's a thing that you have to.
Yes, yes.
The first catches, when you're not done it first,
Yes.
it catches you because you don't know what's around the next corner.
Oh.
But once you've done it a few times, you just laugh at it.
Yes.
And when we went out to France, they got these jumpers, and
Yes.
the idea that if they went too fast,
Yes.
they would take off like a plane.
Okay,
So
yes.
what they do, they got these bits here, which slows them down a bit.
Yes.
The idea that if they don't put them there,
No.
the
Yes.
plane would go straight off the top.
Fast.
It would just fall off.
Yes.
In other words, it would disappear and come off like a jet plane.
Oh, jet plane.
And then there would have been a nasty accident.
Yes.
And what it does, it's breakers. So
Yes.
you do special tracks. That's why they
Yes.
have to have a special track.
Okay.
And what it does, you get these 2 or 3 breakers,
Yes.
and then the next minute, and then they watch the time. And then, but the worst part of it to me,
Yes.
it's doing 120, and a few miles down the road, so
Yes.
9 or 10 miles down the road,
Yes.
you've got to stop.
Oh, okay.
So what you've got to do is try to stop in several sections,
Yes.
if you know what I mean.
Yes, in several
If
sections.
you don't,
Yes.
you're going to bypass your stop.
Yes.
So you've got to know where to brake.
Okay, cool.
And what was most interesting is we was on these special train that came down to Portsmouth here.
Yes.
So there was, and the cab was, and one of the tickets on the raffle in aid of the
Yes.
for the veterans, we all had different badges.
Yes.
So one of my rector helped me out, a nice woman, you know,
Yes.
Jordan. So she had Battle of Britain Day, see, something on there. So I said, here. So she said, so I gave her this little badge.
Yes.
And I said, don't lose that. I said, remember to put it on when the service is on, when you take services
Yes.
for the veterans, see. And she said, thank you very much, she said.
The badge.
I said, I don't know whether you'll get another one.
Yes.
And then and the money went towards, United Services and all, and they did all this day trip free.
Oh, yes.
This special trip, and the money, I don't know how much they collected, but it was a hell of a lot. And I've got the books.
Yes.
I've still got some timetables in there now.
Yes.
Where I went. But what he means, but the first high-speed trains, and I thought, God, and you don't realise, and then, like you said, the top speed, and then before you get into Paris, you have to drop in certain places.
Oh, yes.
And what happens is, they time it. Otherwise, if they were going 120
Yes.
in the time limit, they got to be careful that are they going to stop in time? It's not the speed going up.
Yes.
You can do what speed you like going up.
Oh,
But it's
yes.
what they do that you have to brake a certain amount each time.
Yes.
And coming down again.
Oh, to come down, you have the signals. They have the signals. Yes, the signals they have.
And the signals.
Yes.
The choice, but it's like coming up the bump like that,
Yes.
and you go and these breakers.
Yes.
You see, it's similar to an aircraft, but
Aircraft.
instead of lifting off like an aircraft.
Yes.
You've got these breakers that come down and it comes up
Yes.
and down again.
Yes. Yes.
And it's special track
Yes.
because if it's normal track,
Yes.
normal track wouldn't take it.
Okay, yes.
In other words, it'd be too. It would be no good because
Yes.
a normal track, it'd be useless.
Okay.
And it's got to be special engines that draw up,
Yes.
down, draw up, and
Draw up.
and then and in Spain, of course, it's the Telgas or Telga, whatever
Yes.
you pronounce it. Anyway, and Ava or AVIA, I think it's called,
Yes.
something like that. I'm not quite sure. You might know a bit more.
No, VIG.
These very high speed.
There's TVR, the French TVR who is very fast trains.
And they hoping to get them from Spain. So instead of
yes.
instead of going up, you fly in now.
Yes,
You can get a train anywhere from Europe, and it would go straight through. And so Eurostars and Telgas.
Yes, Talgo, yes.
And
faster than that, yes.
will be one day.
Yes.
We'll be drawing in London. I'm not joking.
What?
One of them will one day. I don't know. I see it in my time, or
Yes.
yours it might.
Who knows? Yes.
But that's the proposal that they said it's in time to come. A train is going to be as fast as a plane.
Whoa, faster. Well, it's 500 kilometers.
And whether we like it or not,
Yes.
it's more or less issue. They've been arguing who has the right, and there've been fist fights going on between the two.
Yes, true.
And when they're in Spain, they don't go round the circles. They go straight through the desert and out the other side. In other words, they've got their own routes.
Yes.
And when you got to Barcelona, somebody told me what Barcelona, nothing to do with the cathedral, one of the finest in the country.
Yes.
They said there was I tried to find where the old depot was, and the King of Spain, he had special coaches.
Oh, yes, must have.
They've got no real Pullmans, but they got these very fast trains that literally go from nowhere. Eh?
Yes, I heard you.
And anyway, and when they first come, I did one to Marseille, and that was and a lot of the girls tell me now, I wouldn't go there. I fly by plane. And do you know now?
No, now.
I can't put up with aircraft noise.
No aircraft anymore.
I can't do because I get eardrum problems.
Yes, because it goes too high.
Yeah, and I get these splitting headaches.
Oh, Madonna, perhaps it's because you drank alcohol the day before?
It's something I don't know. It's just nerves on the brain. It doesn't like it.
Wow.
And I just go blank in the ear.
Oh, Madonna.
And it can last for days sometimes.
Oh, heavens.
And a lot of people don't understand what I'm talking about.
Well, no, I don't know. I went to planes before. I never have headache. I only went to sleep for like 3 days in a row.
It's exactly the same with her. All she